Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, that's not right. There we go. As we are getting into the semifinals of the UVA LCS, my name is Seamus Seamus Anderson, and let me fix that Champions League overlay for you guys. But yes, it's finally here, the end of the playoffs, or I guess it's not the finals yet, but we're getting close to it. Ed Sheeran's fan club taking on Team Single Asian, not Team Solo Asian. So a little bit of background for both of these teams. TSA, one of the stronger seeds in Group B, but ended up being second seed behind Seasons Greeters. And Ed Sheeran's fan club, a team that was entirely new, made of entirely new players this season, but has done really well in the fall. It'll be interesting to see how these two teams compare, because technically neither of them have played each other before. Apparently there will be a token pick and then a remake, which is excellent because I do have a couple of things I need to adjust as we're getting into the game. But as always, how's everyone doing? It's really great to see you guys. Coming up with the last few games before we have the finals at the beginning of January, or I guess end of January. How's everyone's finals been, speaking of? I still have one more exam myself this Thursday. Good luck, have fun all, let's go at Sheeran's fan club. Yeah. It's hard to abbreviate Ed Sheeran's fan club, but I guess ESFC makes sense. If that's the case, though, they almost sound like a football club. Alright, so this Cassiopeia pick is actually going to be a Volibear instead. As far as looking at the bans are concerned, Vayne and Nivea Soraka banned out by the fan club, and Tom Kench, Dr. Mundo Rek'Sai banned out. So actually, Sexy's Dr. Mundo banned out against him, which is a champion he very commonly plays, and it's really interesting to see that TSA making that adjustment, that even though Sexy isn't one of the highest rated players, they're still respecting the fact that he plays Mundo all the time. Seamus, you're ruining my chat experience. I came to watch gameplay and make memes, but all I can... Oh, my space music, it's too loud? Yeah, I forgot to adjust the music settings for Champion Select, so I figured I should have some spaceship music. But then again, I actually don't want it to overpower the cast, so... Oh, man. Alright, I turned it down a little bit. Let me know how it is. Be quite quiet now. Is that a Seamus I hear? Hey, Eugenia, how are you? Alright, so Crimson Cat gonna lock in Victor. Obviously, for anyone who hasn't seen this team before, Victor is a very good hyper carry, and Crimson Cat is indeed one of the strongest carries in the LCS. He's actually been a player in the LCS for a number of seasons now, and it's always discussed about how good this guy is, how his mechanics are really good, and how he solo carries his team. I don't know if solo carrying is accurate, but Crimson Cat has definitely done an incredible amount of work for his team, whichever team he's played to, and the teams have often been able to adapt around his style as well. In the past he's played AD carry, his Callisto was very proficient last semester, and now he's playing hyper carries like Victor and Twisted Fate we saw earlier in the season. Lyrel on Tristana and Archon V on Braum, those are two picks we've commonly seen them use, and now of course all eyes on mid or Disco Nunu. The mid laner of the fan club, I doubt he's actually going to play Disco Nunu here. Plus, you can't even play Disco Nunu, considering Disco is no longer an option. But that's really going to be the biggest matchup for me, is this mid lane matchup. Both Crimson Cat and Mid or Disco Nunu have done a lot of work for their respective teams in this season. So let's see how they stack up against each other in this lane. 20 seconds left. Sigmundur has a little bit of time to decide, but Sariel taking Jungle Malphite is something that... Oh, wait a second. This is, just a heads up for anyone who just joined, this is actually gonna be... Oh my god, it's a Vel'Koz. Alright, so heads up. This Malphite's gonna go top because the Cassiopeia is actually a Volibear pocket pick. But... holy crap. Oh, really? Crimson Cat might be playing ADC. Ah, I didn't know that. So that's what I was saying before, I guess, that Crimson Cat was the 80 carry last semester of the team he played. But that's interesting news that this late in the season that they are swapping around, and yeah, that does make sense. I have seen Late September play Victor a lot in last spring. During last spring, I should say. So let's see, the last pick is probably going to be this top lane matchup. Lol, you heathen. Who's the heathen here? But I'm still surprised about this Vel'Koz. How is that going to work? Alright, hold on. I gotta fix some stuff so you guys don't hear my clickety-clack. It's nice that I have two keyboards, but the issue is my desk is so cluttered with monitors and keyboards and, you know, other stuff. Alright, we got it worked out. Of course, these bands are all troll. Anyone, by the way, who doesn't know, it's Ed Sheeran's fan club on the left side. And it's gonna be Team Single Asian on the right. I don't know how to think about it. Nope, that's something I could write down. Oh yeah, semis. That's not the caster, that's gonna be the team. That's it. Boom. Look at this production value. It's just beautiful. Team 1. Ed Sheeran's football club. No, I do think Vel'Koz is definitely strong. It's just that I haven't seen Vel'Koz played by Disco Nuno specifically. I have seen it played in the LCS. But how this is going to stack up against Late September is actually a really interesting situation too now. Alright, I'm assuming there's going to be some swaps if what you guys are saying is true. That Late September is going to be playing Victor, because it would be very surprising to me if Crimson Cat took it. That being said though, the dynamics of the mid lane change a little bit. Mido Disco Nuno in the games that I've seen, he's always been a very strong mid laner, capable of getting solo kills, or also, you know, smart roams. It's kind of strange. We actually have a lot of very farm-oriented mid laners in the UVA LCS, but I really think that Mido Disco Nuno is one of the players who also knows how to move around the map very well. So he's one of the higher elo carries that in the mid lane really knows how to either play adaptively, play aggressive when his lane get 1v1 kills, or go around the map and make plays for himself. Vel'Koz obviously not the best as far as roaming is concerned. However, if he's up against if he's up against Late September in the mid lane and he can take advantage of that, then it might be a situation that, you know, Late September needs to be wary of. But hold on now. Alright, there's definitely going to be some more swaps from the side of Team Single Asian, because this, I doubt this is what they're going to run. Go Capo, Nipo Napo. Danny, get back to studying. Now guys, tomorrow's a reading day. You can study tomorrow. That's at least what I'm gonna go with. Yeah, there's like a really big issue to schedule tonight's game, but I was just wondering, guys, if no one has tests tomorrow and no one has tests tonight, why couldn't we just play tonight? And thankfully it did work out. Alright, so hold on. Just to clarify, Crimson Cat is playing AD carry. Empan on Trundle, also someone we've seen very often. Really nothing too surprising other than the Vel'Koz, I guess, and the fact that TSA have role swapped again. Just taking advantage of the fact that they are a team that is kind of malleable. I think we've also seen Yuumi Big Max Amumu before, which, you know, Amumu isn't the kind of champion you see very often in competitive play. But the fact that it's something that Yuumi Big Mac is comfortable with, and obviously at this level play pretty much any champion that works. Isn't it a little bit unfair if you lock in teams again, like right now, and you don't enforce lock right away? Otherwise, teams can take more time to plan. Now, the thing is, they can't switch. It was a token pick. They didn't own Volibear. So they told the other champion, or excuse me, they told the other team what the champion was the moment they picked the Cassiopeia. Unless you're talking about something else. But I think that addresses that question. Oh man. You know what I could do? I wrote this down somewhere, but somewhere I have these prizes listed. But as soon as I unpinned the post, I've completely forgotten. Oh boy, I'm going through the Facebook page right now. There are so many memes. So much, like, useless stuff. Holy crap, I post on this page all the freaking time. Alright, I'm getting there. I'm getting close. Nope, I think I might have missed it. Alright, let me think. Alright, so for those of you who don't know, where did this post go? Did I delete it? Wow. I might have deleted it. If that's the case, I'm retarded. I have an itemized list in paper, but it's scattered somewhere over the floor of my room. Alright, let's think. As far as prizes are concerned, so semifinals, we have 4 teams that are in the top 4. And between those 4 teams, the top 3 will be getting prizes that are, you know, pretty big prizes. Oh, here we go. Alright, so let's see. We've got Deathstalker Chroma keyboards, game headsets from Sennheiser, Death Adder Chroma mice, a laptop which we're not sure what to use with yet. Alright, so first place is going to be getting the $150 Sennheiser game headsets. Second place is likely going to be getting the Deathstalker Chroma keyboards, and third place is probably gonna get the mouse. But then again, we also had, I didn't write down, we had 5 small gaming headphones as well, so that'll probably go to second place. And first, actually, I think first place is probably gonna get gaming headphones, not headsets, and the keyboard. Or they might just have the choice. That might be a better resolution. Anyway, let me get you guys into the actual game. Suppose you look at the screen. And for the first time in quite a while, I'll give you guys a little bit of a heads up. We have an overlay, finally! Unfortunately, the overlay does not include the team names in a little beautiful fashion, but I think I'm just going to write it down just so you guys know. This is TSA on the right, on the red side. And Cicero North on the left. Just kidding. Ed Sheeran's fan club. Okay, I did not just put that down there.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Not the most pretty, but we'll just have to deal with it for tonight. Better than nothing, I would say.
"30 seconds until minions spawn."
Alright, so getting into game 1, again, this is a best of 3 for those of you who don't know. Obviously, it's the semis, so we're going to have a complete series to watch. Hopefully we'll get to see 3 awesome games. And nothing really too exciting as far as level 1s are concerned. We do see a couple of wards set up by Team Single Asian, just to make sure that no funny business happens from the side of the fan club. Just let me make sure that, there we go. TSA. Alright, with that we are more or less as good as we're gonna be for this game tonight. Again, my name is Seamus Anderson, bringing you the first game of the semifinals of the 2015 fall split of the UVA LCS. Getting into the action right now between late September and Middlediscanino. Nope, gonna be panning up to the top lane where Trundle versus Malphite. This is a matchup that Malphite is generally considered weaker in as the game goes on, since Trundle is so effective at stealing those stats away. I think it's what, 40% is what he steals with his ultimate, which is pretty crazy as far as shredding down tanks are concerned. His ultimate is really, really good as the game goes on and these tanks build more and more bonus resistances. As I mentioned before, late September versus Middlediscanino is a matchup I want to look at, not only because of how this 1v1 matchup is going to pan out, but also just how the junglers interact. Zariel and Yumi Big Mac are both playing champions, Mumu and the Boulder Bear, that could make level 1, or not level 1, but early game ganks, pre-level 6 ganks happen. Of course, especially in Mumu, his ganking potential gets better once he gets that ultimate, gets that really strong trap control. But the potential for early ganks is there, and whether or not they're able to snowball one of their lanes could be very, very vital in this matchup. You see the mid lane. Late September, he's a little bit low on mana and he's taking a little bit of harass compared to Middlediscanino. That's one of the nice things about Vel'Koz. He actually has a lot of damage, and the thing is, his mana costs are very, very low. Yumi Big Mac is going to be clearing that crab. Has not entered the top side of the jungle yet. Ouch. Sexy doing a pretty good job on this Malphite to take down Empan's health, but Empan has that corrupting potion with multiple charges left, or one charge left, so we'll be okay for now. Ooh, nice moves there from late September. Alright, direct to camera. I'm gonna have to control you for a little bit because you're going too crazy. Zariel looking for a gank in the top lane. Empam's just gonna casually walk away, however. Yumi Big Mac is in the area. Empan getting that out. Zariel gonna go flashes towards Empan, and that's just gonna be it. Flash for flash traded. Jungler for top laner. Zariel's gonna see Yumi Big Mac was there, and Yumi Big Mac not gonna be able to pick up that camp. Empan is still in the area, so Sexy Zariel might look to gank. Or might look to dive this, but I'm not sure. At this point, that would probably be quite risky. Dimmerx landing. It's so funny to see Dimmerx's support. Generally, we almost always see her playing a top lane tank. The lane swaps certainly are real in this situation. So far, a slight advantage in this bot lane as far as minions are concerned, and a slighter advantage in top lane as well. But, you know, nothing too significant. Caitlyn versus, especially Caitlyn Janna versus Tristana Braum is not an easy matchup for the Tristana Braum. Caitlyn has always been a very, very good champion at poking and sieging very early, and considering the proficiency Crimson Cat has on the champion, especially when you're amplified by that shield that does extra damage that Janna provides, you just see the constant pushing, constant sieging against Lyra and Archon makes it very, very hard to CS. Ooh, might let us stun here. One more hit. Nope. Crimson Cat gonna be able to walk away, and the shield absorbs the damage from the E that Lyra threw out as well, so continues the one trades by this bot lane of every single Asian. Tank in the top lane now. Empan does not have flash, but Zariel might not be able to catch up in time. That was a great pillar. And Sexy did not have the mana to make an ult. Oh, late September takes a lot of damage here. Might need to flash away, but actually is going to be able to land a stun from that gravity field. Cancels out the ultimate, and he heals himself up. Does not need to flash away. Mid or Disco Nunu looking to go aggressive there, and I actually don't think Late September needed to use his heal, but survives the early aggression from the all-in from Vel'Koz. Oof, yeah. That's some good damage. That's one thing that higher level players really understand a lot more than lower level players, is that it's not just about out-farming your opponent, like mechanically being able to hit more last minions more than he does, but it's also about every time your opponent looks to hit a minion, try to punish them for it. Oh, Late September ulting Mid or Disco Nunu, but Mid or Disco Nunu was at full HP, so nothing really going to happen from that. Late September, his ultimate on a pretty low cooldown, so he didn't have blue buff, and now gank onto mid lane. Crimson Cat gonna take a lot of damage here. Exhaust onto Sariel, and then slow onto Dimmerix. Dimmerix has to flash away, but gets stunned up anyway. Could this be the kill? That's gonna be the first blood over to Lyrel 6. And Ed Sheeran's fan club will take first blood in a lane that was having a really rough time too. Very good game from Sariel. Just a heads up, it is obviously kind of late, and it is during final exam, so technically we're in quiet hours. So as much as I'd love to be super hype, it's not going to be too loud when I'm describing the action, but you know, I'll try to be measured hype. Try to get you guys excited, but also respect the fact that I live in a dorm where there's potentially 20 other all-mates of mine that might get angry if I get too mad. Fight. Anyway, Sexy now in this top lane. Sexy's been trading really heavily with Empan, but that means that Empan has had more mana pretty much the entire lane phase, and as a result, Empan has actually been able to accrue a CS advantage. And even with a Bomby Cinder, it's not something that probably Sexy's going to be coming back very quickly. And then, oh, Late September double now. That's going to be the hop, but the gank onto Sariel. The counter gank from Amumu isn't enough, though. The ult going on to Late September, forced to flash away. The teleport coming in, the Amumu ultimate. Sariel is trying to kill Yumi Big Mac, and that's 2 kills over to Ed Sheeran's fan club. They are now 3-0, and the teleport was canceled from Sexy, but it wasn't even needed. Oh man, DimmerX tried to help out there, but wasn't able to get there in time, and considering how many cooldowns were used by TSA, the fact that 2 of their members still went down is not good at all. Coming into the top lane now, 3 versus 1, Empan in big fat trouble. That's going to be a 4th kill over to the fan club. 10 minutes in, they have a 2,000 gold lead now. And this is something that TSA, they need to find a way to address this. Obviously, you never want to let the enemy have a lead, but considering they have a team composition, they have champions like Mumu, like Victor, like Caitlyn, who aren't particularly strong in the early and mid game and who want to be able to scale up, even Trundle to a certain extent. The fact that Ed Sheeran's fan club has found an early lead means that TSA are just gonna have a really, really hard time in these early to mid game team fights. And if Ed Sheeran fan club are successful in pushing their advantage, which generally they are a team that's very good at snowballing, TSA is going to have a really hard time coming back in this game. We do see a roam now coming from Late September, but the thing is, we heard a ping out, and there are pings from Archon, Viral, and a host of Ed Sheeran's fan club's members. Late September's still going for it though, but it's very unlikely he finds anything here, considering the fact that he was seen from so far away. That's just going to show how smart Ed Sheeran's fan club are at not only taking these early advantages, but make sure they're not making any mistakes. Letting the team come back to going to be the slow under Dimmer X, and Arcano's looking for this. That's the slow from the Spooky Ghosts. Midder Disco Nunu picking up that support item because it's so strong right now. Flash away from Crimson Cat, and the ult, he's still trying to get this kill. Midder Disco Nunu on a killing spree, picks up the kill onto Dimmer X. 5-0 now in favor of Ed Sheeran's fan club version 2. Late September now caught out, takes a ton of damage. The slow is going to miss, but Late September is caught and definitely going to go down now. Sauriel 2-0-3, that's a 6th kill over to the fan club. Mpan dueling Sexy, but Mpan is not doing that much damage to this very tanky Malphite. Yumi Big Max sees Sauriel, but I don't think he's actually going to take the advantage toss. This Crimson Cat is looking for something onto Archon, but you're not really likely to kill a Braum with only a pickaxe and a DF sword. And we can already see in the chat, people are saying RIP TSA. It's pretty early into the game to be calling it that definitively, but I will say this is a very, very good advantage to the fan club. And it's really showing us how they, you know, succeeded in Group A so very well. This is the second best seed from Group B, and so far they've just absolutely clobbered them. Crimson Cat knew. Alright, guys. Crimson Cat's the only person not to have died at this point, so let's give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. I will say, though, more than single outplays, it's been much better team play. Oh my lord! Goodbye, Yumi to Big Mac. After missing all those spells, you are probably gonna die. And probably deserve it too. That was not the best SMU play. Sauriel now on a killing spree. No, I don't know what to say about that. That was UVA LCS Big Bronze plays. Oh, we'll make that the hashtag. Sauriel might actually want to die. This Midder Disco Nunu gonna land a slow and does a lot of damage onto Late September, but the Midder Disco Nunu is tanking this. It is gonna be able to pick up the kill though and barrier out, and considering how well this game has gone, are Ed Sheeran's fan club really gonna get a perfect game against TSA? That would be crazy. Confirmed. I don't like Dizzy Fresh. Here, I'll mod you, but I actually might. I'm trying to get a little bit more practice with casting since I haven't in a while, so I might actually just solo cast tonight. But I have made you a moderator, even though you don't go to UVA. You're an honorary UVA student. Your major can be League of Legends. So, Mpan. Sexy, I don't know about this. He does have Sauriel in the area. I wonder if Mpan knows. I don't think Mpan knows. That's a lot of resistance to Stolen, though. Sexy is going to probably go down here. That's going to be the first kill over to TSA. And Sauriel now taking a lot of damage doing Mpan. Mpan 2005 is so freaking strong, but Sauriel is going to have the last laugh with that charm. Now Sauriel caught out though. Yumi Big Mac doesn't have flash, cannot land a bandage toss. Midder Disco Nunu looking to turn this around. That's the slow, that's the knockup, that's a combo, that's a passive. That's a lot of damage onto Yumi Big Mac. Midder Disco Nunu now still on the chase, but Late September is in the area, and I don't think they're going to be able to kill this Amumu here. But okay, TSA, you're not going to lose to a perfect game. That's good. Now the question is, can you turn this around? That might be a little bit more impressive than Ed Sheeran's fan club to getting a perfect game onto TSA, or just to turn this around. Oh, Crimson gets big trouble. Gets stunned up, that's a lot of damage. That's the ultimate from John, and the teleport coming in. The ult from Malphite's gonna miss though. Redhead now looking to get the kill to jump away from Lyral and touch the trap, but that doesn't matter as Archon is taking the pokes here. Archon 5 flashes onto a trap as well. That's so many excellent traps from Crimson Cat. Mpan is taking turret aggro. The explosive shot, is it going to be enough? I don't think it is. It's not going to pick up the kill. Late September now dueling Sauriel 1v1 in the mid lane. Sauriel has so much damage and the flash away from Late September, but Sauriel is still going to be able to pick up that kill. Now dominating with 6 kills and 3 assists, 0 deaths for the Volibear. And holy crap, this first pick Volibear has done wonders for Ed Sheeran's fan club. He might have queued a minion earlier in this game, but that really doesn't matter considering the performance he's put on so far. And Sexy, you better be careful. Crimson Cat, he does a little bit of damage. Sauriel confident enough to go into the enemy jungle, pink it, steal the buff, and looking for even more kills. I don't know if Crimson Cat or Dimmer X. No, Dimmer X doesn't have ult available. Crimson Cat does have flash. Might be the user here. He has no mana. He's gonna get topped or thrown over. He's gonna get slowed. He's gonna get slowed even more. Doesn't even have a chance to flash away. I wonder how much damage that did, because that was like a 400 damage W. Holy crap. Alright, it actually was a 400 damage W. There we go. Good guess, and RIP to Crimson Cat. This is, you know, almost said it before, this is a best of 3. So TSA, if they don't find a way to come back this game, they definitely still have a chance. Oh boy. Yikes. Vel'Koz casually walking to the top lane, landing a double donk up into double ultimate, into double kill. And TSA weren't even able to get a turret off the bat. Wow, this is not what I expected. I think I definitely would have favored Ed Sheeran's fan club, especially considering they are #1 seed from Group A, but in this fashion to dominate TSA in the first game, wow. Considering TSA have done role swaps that are a little bit different from how they played for most of the season, I'm not sure if they're going to decide to, you know, swap it back. Maybe like Crimson Cat mid lane against Vinegar. Maybe even find a different way to approach the jungle situation, because really the top carry to this game has been Sariel this whole bit freaking. They definitely had the option to ban it away, but the thing is, Sariel, look how aggressive he is. He's stolen every single buff, red and blue, time and time again, that's spawned in the TSA jungle, and I don't know if it's the Volibear pick or if it's just Sariel how he plays. The issue is, oh boy, Uni, Big Mac, and Empan getting it caught off. That's the Frost Queen's claim, getting the double slow, spooky ghost, spooky doopy. Sariel is legendary, and Uni, Big Mac is dead for the 4th time this game. Him in late September, not having the most beautiful KDAs, but at least they're synchronizing. Wow, 2v3 Sariel going in, a ton of damage onto late September. That's the ult, but actually Mido Disco Nuno is going to get it canceled. A knockback from Dimmer X, but the thing is, Mido Disco Nuno is not going to get caught. He's kiting Empan back, and now they're turning this around. Dimmer X takes a huge amount of damage from Sariel, and that is a godlike Vel'Koz, and that is a legendary Vel'Koz. That is probably going to be the game. Crimson Cat, are you dead? Yep, you're dead. Goodbye. Turret, you're dead too. Top lane, inner turret down. Bot lane, inner turret, gonna be the focus. Top lane, inhibitor. Oh boy, goodbye. That was a really good ult, but... And he took the bandage toss into the enemy, which... Yeah. Ed Sheeran's fan club equals UVA C9? Maybe. Oh, I can definitely turn the next game volume. Like I said, I am trying to be a little bit quiet. But, yeah. As far as being quiet and loud, this has definitely not been a quiet game for the fan club at all. At this point, Sariel and Mido Disco Nuno are competing to see who can have the better KDA. 906 to 806. TSA equals team surrender always. Yeah. They haven't surrendered yet, and it's been past 20 minutes, so at least one time they decided not to go for it. But, you know, this isn't the game that they're likely to win in this series, if they win any at all. This is looking like a pretty easy victory for Ed Sheeran's fan club. The only way they could possibly throw this right now is if they were DDoSed. One of their players had his wife, had a kid, and like the other player AFK'd because he felt that. I don't know. It's just so very unlikely. Unless for some bizarre foul play and, okay, Trundle lives. Yeah, I was going to say, Season 3 C9 is a Sheeran fan club. That would make more sense. Baron would probably be a good call, but then again, I don't actually think Ed Sheeran fan club care. We're gonna see the engage again. M-Pan taking a lot of damage. Nice pillar there, but it's just not gonna be enough at this point. Ariel does not care. He will take every turret shot. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't try to meme it up. I successfully memed. But no, they're just casually waiting. Nope, Archon doesn't care. Alright, so the last defense. Goodbye, Crimson Cat. Goodbye, Late September. No, 4 men ultimate. He does get a kill. That's good. That's their 3rd kill of the game. He just literally got a 100% increase on their kill score. But TSA could ask for Ed Sheeran's fan club to surrender. But at this point, I feel like probably 1 or 2 members of Ed Sheeran's fan club could AFK. Seriously? The rest of them could just end the game. Xariel has Winsu's Cinderhulk with Challenger Smite. Challenger Smite. Deadman's Plate. Probably more, yeah. He's sitting on over 1,000 gold anyway. And Midodiscon has Frostmoon's Claim, Void Staff, Haunting Guys, or excuse me, Landry's working towards what I'm guessing is probably gonna be Luden's. I'm pretty sure those two alone could probably just end the game. If they played it right, you know, like multiple members of TSA accidentally stack up and then just Volibear flashes, gets a huge amount of AoE and causes those damage without being punished. Mathematically, they definitely have the damage to just absolutely obliterate TSA's team. And so this poses an interesting question. We will have to see how the rest of the series plays out. But if TSA lose 2 games in this kind of a fashion, does that mean that Group A was the harder group? I do remember earlier into the season when we had the sort of preseason discussion, I think we concluded, we just made the conjecture that Group B was actually the stronger group because they had Sunjo as well as Cold Cavaliers was a team we thought was probably going to be pretty good. TSA was a team we thought were going to be pretty good. Seasonless Greeters actually wasn't a team we thought was going to be good, but ended up being very strong. But from nowhere, really, Ed Sheeran's fan club took down players or teams like DNL and who else? I'm trying to even remember who was in Group A. That's the thing. I feel like I just have more memorable teams in Group B. Oh yeah, Dictator Suzwinians as well. Or Essentials Suzwinian Republic, excuse me. Deep's team beat ESFC. Wait, really? That's weird because Deep's team is like 2-10. Anyway, that's gonna be 3rd inhibitor going down. Yeah, I don't even know if there really is anything to cast. I mean, McMahon's gonna go in, but he's gonna die because his team can't follow up because they have literally no damage. M-Pan's gonna die because life is cruel and unfair. He might live here. No. Nice Jana ultimate. Yeah, you know they're fighting this as well as they possibly can, but then again they're also behind 18,000 gold. So it might be better just to, you know. Cat, is he gonna live? No, he's dead. It's never, he's dead too. And that's gonna be game 25.5 minutes in one of the most disgusting stomps I have seen this season. Ed Sheeran's fan club go 1-0 in this series.